Welcome back to our channel, Rare Coins All World, another exciting episode where we uncover the hidden gems of the numismatic world. Today, we're diving into a coin that you might just have in your pocket change, a United States of America Washington quarter dollar from 1990. Now, this isn't just any ordinary quarter. Believe it or not, some of these coins have sold for an astonishing amount, and if you have the right one, you could be holding a fortune in your hands. So, stay with me until the end because you won't believe how much one of these rare quarters has been valued at. The Washington quarter has been a staple of American currency since 1932, originally issued to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Over the decades, it has undergone several changes in design and composition, but the 1990 version still carries that classic look collectors love. This quarter was minted in several locations across the United States, each identified by a tiny letter known as a mint mark. You can find these marks on the right side of Washington's ponytail on the obverse of the coin. Coins from different mints can have varying levels of rarity, and certain errors or special characteristics can make them highly valuable. The obverse of the 1990 Washington quarter features the iconic portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. His strong, determined expression reflects the leadership and vision that shaped the nation. Surrounding his image are the inscriptions, Liberty, at the top, In God We Trust, on the left, and the year, 1990, at the bottom. If you look closely, you'll find the mint mark just beside Washington's hair. Flipping over to the reverse side, we see the majestic image of a bald eagle with its wings spread wide, clutching a bundle of arrows in its talons. This powerful design symbolizes strength, resilience, and the country's readiness to defend its freedoms. Beneath the eagle lies an olive branch, representing peace. Above the eagle, you'll find United States of America and E pluribus unum, while the bottom of the coin proudly displays its denomination, quarter dollar. Now, you might be wondering, what makes the 1990 Washington quarter so special? The answer lies in a combination of rarity, condition, and certain minting errors. While millions of these quarters were produced, only a handful have survived in pristine, uncirculated condition. Most were used in everyday transactions, accumulating scratches, nicks, and wear over the years. But those that have been preserved in perfect condition, graded as MS67 or higher by professional grading services, are the ones that attract the attention of serious collectors. Aside from condition, some 1990 Washington quarters exhibit minting errors that make them incredibly valuable. These errors could include double strikes, off-center strikes, or missing elements due to die imperfections. Error coins are unique anomalies that collectors love, and depending on the type and severity of the error, they can fetch astonishing prices at auctions. So, how much could a rare 1990 Washington quarter be worth today? Get ready for this. One of these remarkable coins has been valued at an astounding $91,000. Yes, you heard that right. A simple quarter, worth only 25 cents in face value, could be hiding in your collection or even in your pocket right now, just waiting to be discovered. If you think you might have a 1990 Washington quarter that looks different or appears to be in excellent condition, consider getting it professionally graded. You never know, it could be the next high-value treasure in the numismatic world. Today, we're talking about a coin that many people have seen, spent, or even saved without realizing its true worth, the United States of America Washington quarter dollar from 1978. At first glance, this quarter may seem like just another piece of pocket change, but under the right circumstances, it could be worth far more than its face value. In fact, some rare examples of this coin have been sold for jaw-dropping prices, and if you have the right one, you might be in for an incredible surprise. Make sure to watch until the end, because you won't believe how much one of these rare coins has been valued at. The Washington quarter has a long and fascinating history. Introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, it has become one of the most recognizable and widely used coins in the United States. The 1978 version is part of the pre-statehood quarter series, featuring the classic design that remained unchanged for decades. This coin was minted in several locations across the country, and each version has a small but significant difference: the mint mark. You can find this tiny letter just next to Washington's ponytail on the obverse of the coin. Depending on where your quarter was minted, it could carry a D for Denver, an S for San Francisco, or no mint mark at all, which signifies it was minted in Philadelphia. The mint mark plays an important role in determining the rarity and value of the coin. The obverse side of the 1978 Washington quarter features the iconic portrait of George Washington, originally designed by John Flanagan. His image is strong and dignified, a lasting tribute to the first president of the United States. The inscriptions on this side include Liberty at the top, In God We Trust to the left, and the date, 1978, at the bottom. The small mint mark, if present, is located just behind Washington's hair. Turning the coin over, the reverse side showcases a majestic bald eagle with its wings spread wide, clutching a bundle of arrows in its talons. This powerful imagery symbolizes the nation's strength and readiness to defend its values. Below the eagle is an olive branch, representing peace. The inscriptions include United States of America across the top, E pluribus unum just beneath, and $quarter at the bottom, marking its denomination. Now, what makes the 1978 Washington quarter so special? The key factors that determine its value are rarity, condition, and unique minting errors. Millions of these quarters were produced, making them common in circulation. However, finding one in pristine, uncirculated condition is extremely rare. Over the years, most of these coins have been used in everyday transactions, accumulating scratches, dings, and wear. Only a few have been carefully preserved in their original mint state, and those are the ones collectors seek the most. Beyond condition, some 1978 Washington quarters have distinct minting errors that make them even more valuable. These errors could include double strikes, off-center strikes, missing elements, or even rare die varieties. Coins with these types of errors are considered unique and can fetch exceptionally high prices at auctions. So, how much could a rare 1978 Washington quarter be worth today? Get ready for this. One of these remarkable coins has been valued at an astonishing $96,000, that's right. A simple quarter, normally worth just 25 cents, could turn out to be a hidden fortune. Imagine finding one of these rare gems in your collection or even in an old coin jar at home. It's always worth taking a closer look at your quarters because you never know when you might be holding something truly special. Today, we're diving into a modern piece that might just be worth a fortune, the United States of America Washington quarter dollar from 2014. While this coin might seem like ordinary pocket change, some rare variations and minting errors have turned a few of them into highly sought-after treasures. Stay with me until the end, because you won't believe how much one of these rare quarters has been valued at. The Washington quarter has a rich history dating back to 1932 when it was first introduced to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Over the years, it has undergone several design changes, but it remains one of the most widely used coins in the United States. The 2014 version belongs to the America the Beautiful Quarter series, which features stunning designs showcasing different national parks and historic sites. Mint marks play a crucial role in identifying where a coin was produced, and in 2014, Washington quarters were minted at several locations, including Philadelphia, P, Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. You can find the mint mark on the obverse side of the coin, just below the phrase, "In God We Trust." Now, let's take a closer look at the design. The obverse side of the 2014 Washington quarter features the classic portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. His strong, determined expression represents the leadership and vision that shaped the nation. The inscriptions include Liberty at the top, In God We Trust to the left, and the year 2014 at the bottom. Depending on the mint location, you might also see a P, D, or S mint mark next to the date. The reverse side of the coin is where things get really interesting. The 2014 Washington quarters were issued with 5 unique designs, each representing a different national park or historic site. These include Great Smoky Mountains National Park, Tennessee; Shenandoah National Park, Virginia; Arches National Park, Utah; Great Sand Dunes National Park, Colorado, Everglades National Park, Florida. Each design beautifully captures the essence of these breathtaking locations, making them not just coins but miniature pieces of art. The intricate details of mountains, wildlife, and landscapes make these quarters a favorite among collectors, but what makes the 2014 Washington quarter truly valuable? The key factors are rarity, condition, and special minting errors. While millions of these quarters were produced, only a small percentage remain in pristine, uncirculated condition. Coins that have never been used in everyday transactions and are free from scratches, marks, or discoloration are significantly more valuable. If you have a 2014 Washington quarter that looks brand new, it's worth getting it checked by a professional grading service. Minting errors can also turn an ordinary quarter into a collector's dream. Some of the rarest and most valuable 2014 quarters have errors such as double die obverse, DDO, a slight doubling effect on the inscriptions or design elements. Off-center strike, a misaligned strike that leaves part of the design missing or shifted. Missing clad layer, a quarter missing its outer nickel coating, revealing the copper core underneath. Struck on the wrong planchet. Sometimes, a quarter may be mistakenly struck on a planchet meant for another coin, making it highly valuable. If you come across a 2014 Washington quarter with any of these unusual features, you could be looking at a coin worth far more than just 25 cents. So, how much could a rare 2014 Washington quarter be worth? Get ready for this. A special error or high-grade version of this coin has been valued at an astonishing $56,000, that's right. A modern quarter, something you might find in your pocket or spare change jar, could be worth a small fortune. It just goes to show that rare and valuable coins aren't always old, they can be hiding in plain sight. Today, we're going to uncover the hidden potential of a seemingly ordinary coin, the United States of America Washington quarter dollar from 1995. At first glance, it may look like just another quarter, but some rare variations and minting errors have made certain pieces highly valuable. Stick around until the end because you won't believe how much one of these quarters has been valued at. The Washington quarter has been a staple of American currency since its introduction in 1932. Originally designed to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, this coin has remained a favorite among collectors for decades. Over the years, it has seen several design changes and has been struck at different U.S. mint facilities. The 1995 Washington quarter continues this legacy, but what makes it so special? Let's find out. In 1995, these quarters were minted at 3 different locations: Philadelphia, P, Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. The mint mark, which identifies where the coin was produced, can be found on the obverse side, right next to Washington's ponytail. Coins with the P mint mark were struck in Philadelphia, while those with a D were made in Denver. The San Francisco Mint, S, produced proof versions of the coin, which were made with special striking techniques to achieve a mirror-like finish. Now, let's take a closer look at the design of the 1995 Washington quarter. The obverse side features the iconic portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. This classic depiction has remained largely unchanged for decades, symbolizing the strength and leadership of America's first president. Surrounding his image, you'll find the inscriptions, Liberty, at the top, In God We Trust, to the left, and the year, 1995, at the bottom. Flipping the coin over to the reverse side, we see a majestic bald eagle with its wings spread wide, clutching a bundle of arrows and an olive branch. This powerful imagery represents both strength and peace, 2 fundamental values of the United States. The inscriptions, United States of America, and E pluribus unum, curve along the top, while quarter dollar is positioned at the bottom. So, what makes the 1995 Washington quarter valuable? It all comes down to rarity, condition, and special minting errors. Even though millions of these quarters were produced, only a small fraction have survived in pristine, uncirculated condition. Coins that have been well preserved without scratches, discoloration, or wear are highly desirable to collectors. If you happen to have a 1995 Washington quarter that looks as if it just left the mint, it could be worth much more than its face value. But here's where things get really exciting: minting errors. Certain mistakes during the production process have resulted in unique variations of the 1995 quarter, making them extremely valuable. Some of the most sought-after errors include double die obverse, DDO. This error occurs when the coin's design is accidentally stamped twice, creating a noticeable doubling effect on letters and numbers. A 1995 quarter with a strong DDO is worth a significant premium. Off-center strike. If a quarter is struck off-center, meaning part of the design is missing or shifted, it becomes a rare collector's item. The greater the misalignment, the higher its value. Missing clad layer. Some quarters were accidentally struck without their outer nickel layer, exposing the copper core underneath. These error coins stand out and are highly sought after. Broad struck error. This happens when a coin is struck without a retaining collar, causing the design to spread out and appear wider than normal. If you happen to come across a 1995 Washington quarter with any of these unusual features, you could be holding a valuable piece of numismatic history. So, how much could a rare 1995 Washington quarter be worth? Here's the moment you've been waiting for. A rare, high-grade, or error version of this coin has been valued at an astonishing $150,000, that's right. A simple quarter that most people overlook could be worth a life-changing amount of money. It just goes to show that valuable coins aren't always old, they could be hiding in your pocket right now. Today, we have an exciting coin to talk about, the United States of America Washington quarter dollar from 2019. Now, you might be thinking, 2019? That's not even old. But don't let the date fool you. Some of these quarters have become incredibly valuable due to rare minting errors and high-grade conditions. In fact, one of these coins has been valued at a jaw-dropping amount, and you won't believe how much it's worth. Stay with me until the end to find out. The Washington quarter has been a part of American coinage since 1932, honoring the nation's first president, George Washington. Over the years, the design has evolved, and in 2010, the U.S. Mint introduced the America the Beautiful Quarters program, which continued until 2021. The 2019 quarter is part of this special series, featuring unique reverse designs that celebrate various national parks and historic sites across the United States. In 2019, the U.S. Mint produced these quarters at 3 different locations: Philadelphia, P, Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. The mint mark, which indicates where the coin was struck, is found on the obverse side, just below the inscription, "In God We Trust." If your quarter has a P, it was minted in Philadelphia. A D means it was minted in Denver, while an S indicates a proof coin from San Francisco, often with a highly polished and detailed appearance. Now, let's take a closer look at the design. The obverse of the 2019 Washington quarter features the classic portrait of George Washington, originally designed by John Flanagan. This image has been a staple of the quarter for nearly a century, representing leadership and the foundation of the United States. The inscriptions on the obverse include "Liberty, in God We Trust," the year, 2019, and, of course, the mint mark. The reverse, however, is where the 2019 quarter stands out. Since this year was part of the America the Beautiful series, the reverse features different designs depending on which national park or historical site is being honored. Some of the 2019 designs include Lowell National Historical Park, Massachusetts, showcasing a female textile worker, representing America's industrial history; American Memorial Park, Northern Mariana Islands, featuring a beautiful depiction of a woman standing at a memorial site, honoring American and indigenous soldiers; War in the Pacific National Historical Park, Guam, depicting U.S. forces landing on the beaches during World War II. San Antonio Missions, Texas, highlighting the architectural beauty and cultural history of the Spanish missions in Texas; Frank Church River of No Return Wilderness, Idaho, featuring a rugged landscape and a boat traveling down the Salmon River, symbolizing America's wild, untamed nature. These stunning designs make the 2019 Washington quarter a favorite among collectors, but what makes some of them truly valuable? First, high-grade condition plays a significant role in a coin's value. Coins that are in near-perfect condition, meaning no scratches, discoloration, or signs of wear, are worth far more than heavily circulated ones. A 2019 quarter graded MS-67 or higher by a professional grading service can fetch an impressive price at auction. Second, error coins are where things get really interesting. Mistakes during the minting process can create rare and unique variations, which collectors are willing to pay big money for. Some of the most valuable errors found on 2019 Washington quarters include W Mint Mark quarters. In 2019, the U.S. Mint released a limited number of quarters with a W Mint mark, signifying they were struck at the West Point Mint. These quarters were mixed into circulation and are considered rare finds. Double die errors. Some quarters display doubling on the lettering or design, which occurs when the coin's image is stamped twice slightly off-center. This error significantly increases a coin's value. Off-center strikes, if the quarter was struck incorrectly, causing part of the design to be missing or shifted, it becomes an instant collector's item. Missing clad layer. Some 2019 quarters were accidentally struck without their outer nickel layer, exposing the copper core underneath. These error coins are highly sought after. Broad-struck errors. These occur when a coin is struck without the collar that holds it in place, causing the design to spread out and appear distorted. If you have a 2019 quarter, it's worth taking a closer look at it. Check for errors, examine the condition, and if you suspect it's something special, consider getting it graded by a professional. You never know, you might be holding a small fortune in your hands. Now, the moment you've been waiting for. How much can a rare 2019 Washington quarter be worth? Believe it or not, one of these rare coins has been valued at an astonishing $54,000. Today, we're diving into an exciting and surprisingly valuable modern coin, the United States of America Washington quarter dollar from 2020. You may have some of these quarters in your pocket, but did you know that some rare versions of this coin are worth an absolute fortune? That's right. And by the end of this video, you'll learn how to identify these hidden gems. Stick around, because one of these quarters has been valued at an unbelievable amount, and you won't want to miss it. The Washington quarter has been an essential part of U.S. coinage since 1932, honoring the nation's first president, George Washington. Over the years, the design has changed, and in 2020, these quarters were part of the ongoing America the Beautiful series, celebrating different national parks and historical sites across the United States. The 2020 quarters feature unique reverse designs that make them stand out, but what really makes some of them incredibly valuable are minting errors and rare variations. The 2020 Washington quarter was minted at 3 primary locations: Philadelphia, P, Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. You can find the mint mark on the obverse side of the coin, just below the phrase, "In God We Trust." If your quarter has a P, it was minted in Philadelphia. A D means it was minted in Denver, and an S indicates it was struck in San Francisco. However, one of the rarest finds of 2020 is the quarter with a W mint mark, signifying it was minted at West Point, a special release that is highly sought after by collectors. Now, let's talk about the design. The obverse features the familiar portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. This classic image has been on the quarter for nearly a century, symbolizing the strength and leadership of the nation's first president. The inscriptions include "Liberty, in God We Trust," the year 2020, and the mint mark. The reverse is what makes the 2020 Washington quarter truly special. Since it is part of the America the Beautiful series, each quarter issued in 2020 honors a different national park or historical site. Some of the 2020 quarter designs include National Park of American Samoa. American Samoa, this design features a mother fruit bat with her pup, symbolizing the importance of wildlife conservation and the unique culture of American Samoa. Weir Farm National Historic Site, Connecticut, depicting an artist painting outdoors, representing the artistic and cultural heritage of this beautiful location. Salt River Bay National Historical Park and Ecological Preserve, U.S. Virgin Islands. Showcasing a red mangrove tree, highlighting the significance of preserving natural habitats. Marsh Billings Rockefeller National Historical Park, Vermont, featuring a young girl planting a seedling, symbolizing conservation and sustainability. Tallgrass Prairie National Preserve, Kansas, depicting a stunning tallgrass prairie scene, celebrating the rich natural beauty of the American heartland. With such beautiful designs, it's no wonder collectors are interested in these quarters. But what really makes some of them incredibly valuable? First, condition plays a huge role in determining a coin's worth. Coins that have been kept in pristine condition, meaning no scratches, discoloration, or wear, are far more valuable than those that have been in circulation. Coins graded MS 67 or higher by a professional grading service can command high prices at auctions. Second, rare errors and variations significantly increase a coin's value. Some of the most sought-after errors found on 2020 Washington quarters include W Mint Mark quarters. In 2020, the U.S. Mint released a limited number of quarters with a W Mint mark from West Point. These coins were not included in mint sets but were mixed into regular circulation, making them rare and highly collectible. Double die errors. Some quarters exhibit doubling on the lettering or design, which happens when the coin's image is stamped twice slightly off-center. This rare mistake makes the coin highly valuable. Off-center strikes. When a coin is struck incorrectly, causing part of the design to be missing or shifted, it becomes an instant collector's item. Missing clad layer. Some 2020 quarters were accidentally struck without their outer nickel layer, revealing the copper core beneath. These error coins are incredibly rare and valuable. Broad-struck errors. These occur when a coin is struck without the collar that holds it in place, causing the design to spread out and appear distorted. So, if you come across a 2020 Washington quarter, take a moment to inspect it carefully. Look for rare mint marks, errors, and high-quality conditions. You might just be holding a small fortune in your hands. Now, the moment you've been waiting for. How much can a rare 2020 Washington quarter be worth? Believe it or not, one of these extraordinary quarters has been valued at an astonishing $97,000, that's right. A simple quarter that most people overlook could be worth a life-changing amount of money. This is why checking your change and understanding what makes a coin valuable is so important. That's it for today's video. If you love learning about rare and valuable coins, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting.